In the vast and glittering tapestry of the Mughal Empire, few figures shine as brightly as Noor Jahan, the light of the world. But her story doesn't begin in a palace. It starts on a dusty road, with a family fleeing hardship in search of a better life. Our tale begins in 1577. A noble but impoverished Persian couple, Mirza Ghias Beg and his wife Asmat Begum, decide to leave their homeland for the legendary riches of Hindustan, ruled by the great Emperor Akbar. With them is their infant daughter, Mehr-un-Nissa. The journey is fraught with peril, a desperate gamble for survival. But fortune favors the brave. Upon their arrival, Ghias Beg's intelligence and integrity catch the eye of Akbar's court officials. His star begins to rise, and with it, his family's fortunes. Mehr-un-Nissa grows up in a home filled with culture. She is surrounded by the melodies of Persian music, the verses of classic poetry, and the intricate beauty of the arts. She learns to read and write with grace, to embroider with a master's touch, and to see beauty in everything. She is intelligent, refined, and captivating. At 17, she is married to a Persian soldier named Ali Quiestalu. It's a respectable match, and she has a daughter with him, Ladli Begum. But fate has other plans. Her husband is killed in Bengal under mysterious circumstances. Was it in battle, or was it an execution for rebellion? History whispers conflicting stories. Now a young widow, Mehr-un-Nissa, is brought back to the imperial court, where she finds shelter in the household of Empress Ruqayya Akbar's chief wife. She lives a quiet life, dedicated to her daughter and her art. It is here, in the heart of the empire, that destiny sets its stage. The emperor's son, Prince Selim, who will soon become Emperor Jahangir, encounters the widowed Mer. While legends paint a picture of love at first sight in a bustling marketplace, the reality is likely more grounded. Jahangir, a connoisseur of art and beauty, is struck not just by her appearance, but by her sharp intellect, her dignity, and her cultured charm. In 1611, he marries her, and with this marriage, he bestows upon her the name that will echo through history, Noor Jahan, the light of the world. Almost immediately, Noor Jahan proves she is no ordinary empress. Jahangir, while a wise ruler and a patron of the arts, often struggled with poor health and addiction. Noor Jahan steps into this void, first as a trusted advisor, and soon, as a co-ruler in all but name. She becomes his partner in governance, his pillar of strength. Her influence is unprecedented. She issues royal edicts, known as farmans, a right usually reserved for the emperor alone. She appears beside Jahangir in the Jaraka, the royal balcony for public audiences, a clear symbol of her shared power. And most remarkably, she has coins minted with her own name alongside the emperor's on honor no other Mughal empress had ever received. Her family also ascends to the highest echelons of power. Her father becomes the prime minister, and her brother Asaf Khan, one of the most powerful nobles in the empire. Together, they form what historians call the Noor Jahan junta, a political powerhouse that effectively runs the empire. But Noor Jahan's influence wasn't confined to the halls of power. She was a trendsetter, a visionary in art and design. She introduced new styles of clothing, delicate floral embroidery, and elegant fabrics that redefined Mughal fashion. Her aesthetic sense was so admired that courts across the land copied her styles. She designed exquisite gardens and commissioned magnificent buildings, forever leaving her mark on the architectural landscape of the subcontinent. And she was fearless. When a rebellious general named Mahabat Khan stages a coup and captures Emperor Jahangir, Noor Jahan doesn't crumble. She takes charge. In an act of incredible bravery, she mounts a war elephant and personally leads the charge to rescue her husband. When that fails, she shifts her strategy. She gets herself imprisoned alongside Jahangir, and from within the enemy camp, she uses her political cunning and strategic brilliance to outmaneuver the general. Within months, she has completely turned the tables, securing her husband's freedom and restoring his authority. This was a woman of iron will and astounding courage. Power, however, breeds jealousy. Her greatest rival was Prince Khurram, Jahangir's son and the future Emperor Shah Jahan. He saw her as a threat, fearing she planned to place her own son-in-law, Shahryar, on the throne instead of him. The tension between the stepmother and stepson escalates from court intrigue into open rebellion. Shah Jahan revolts against his father, is defeated, and is forced into exile, waiting for his time to come. That time arrives in 1627, when Emperor Jahangir dies. The succession crisis explodes. Noor Jahan backs her candidate, Shahryar, but he is quickly defeated by the forces of Shah Jahan, who marches to claim the throne. With her husband's death, Noor Jahan's incredible two-decade reign of political power comes to an abrupt end. But Shah Jahan, now emperor, does not treat her with cruelty. He respects her status as his father's widow. She is stripped of her political influence but granted a generous pension and allowed to live in quiet retirement in Lahore with her daughter. The woman who once ruled an empire now turns her energies to scholarship, charity, and supervising the construction of her husband's final resting place. The magnificent tomb of Jahangir in Lahore is a testament to her devotion and her refined architectural taste. For her own mausoleum, she chooses something different. She wants no grand marble monument. Instead, she designs a simpler tomb of red sandstone, a humble final wish from a woman who had lived a life of extraordinary power. Noor Jahan passed away peacefully in 1645, at the age of 68. She was buried in the tomb she had prepared for herself, near the emperor she had loved and guided. Her famous epitaph speaks of a desire for peace, asking that no nightingale sing and no moth flutter its wings over her grave. Over the centuries, her tomb suffered neglect and damage, its precious materials stripped away. Yet, the spirit of Noor Jahan endures. She was the refugee girl who became an empress, the artist who became a stateswoman, the wife who became a ruler. Her story is a powerful reminder of what a single individual, armed with intelligence, courage, and vision, can achieve. She was Mehr-un-Nissa, a name meaning sun among women, but the world will forever remember her as Noor Jahan, the light of the world, who for a brilliant moment in time, illuminated an entire empire. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into history, please like, subscribe, and join us for more stories of remarkable figures from the past.